So, and then the other things that I wanted to show were the replays again for my Kackys, so that I can also put that in one video to make a highlight of that. But yeah, where do I have the replays? I have to check. How were they called? Backfly 3E was one, I guess. Then here Kacky, TTTT, Kacky Diagonal. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, 3 maps are in for me in Kacky. The snow one did not make it. It's only reserve. But yeah, first of all, of course, I finished on this coast map, which was earlier a stunt map that I built, and now I basically forced with this Kacky United map the players to get a certain line and certain bounces and get up. Let's take default. So you have to jump off from this finish block here, jump through that CP with a flip, land on your roof, bounce up again, land here, and then up there. Up the tunnels. I make it also once more in slow motion. This run was just so beautiful. It couldn't have been better how it worked out here. So first of all, you try to hit with your left wheels this edge here, so that will flip your car. Now of course I forced you to get a very certain angle so that you actually jump exactly through it. But the car is exactly here completely straight in the CP. Yeah? It's very nice. And yeah, then the aim is to land on your roof, exactly on that little island here. But if you hit the checkpoint, you always land somewhere here as well. And when you land on your roof, you bounce a little bit up and then you land here. And now you only need to have exactly that case, that the car is basically rolling, and then this wall here of the street can yeet you upwards. And you have to land up on that mountain at these finishes there. And yeah, it couldn't have worked better than in this run. So if you just land on that tunnel, then you're safe, because you can just drive a little bit backwards and go up here into the finish. So that is the first track. The second track that is gonna be played is Kacky Diagonal, where I really drove long to get it. Yeah, here the car is basically forced to get that straight line without any steering. You have to get quickly into that line where you completely straight get through there. And it's difficult, I can tell you. But then I got this run. And we can do later on shortly a bit of slow motion. There is really not much space. To the right, it's very close with your mirrors. To the left as well, very close. To the right, super close with the mirror. To the left, yeah, kinda close. And this is all the way. And you really have to have the perfect straight line. Otherwise, no chance. And this was actually a track where it was beneficial to use some of the older Trackmania original cameras that you could choose. So, and only if you full speed through this, you end up here with a lot of speed, with enough speed. You come to this transition, you would bonky, you shortly have to steer to the right. And then you buck finish, right here on the side. This counts. This is basically what you have to do. What kind of cameras do I have here? We have the near camera, yeah. We have the top, so those are the old cameras, those three. And I validated it with this camera here. This one took me a while. I was also streaming it all the time that I drove it. Definitely 2 hours, 3 hours. Like, the thing is, in the first camera goes wide here. I finished, or I had once the correct line, but then I realized that my finish idea did not work, and then I had to work around on the finish again, and then I had to get it again and see if it works now. That made it also very difficult. So, and yeah, the other one was then the desert map. So basically, I will also show you my snow track. On the snow track, I have a backfly idea. You try to get the mountain, and the car jumps backwards from it, and then you get to a point that you usually wouldn't reach. And that was a very old idea. I built that in 2005 or something, and I really liked that. And I wanted to use that in the Kacky map. And then I also thought that I also had a desert map, also with backfly, but it didn't work. Maybe the mountains have changed. But then Fabian used the new mountains that Desert got into the editor in United Forever, and with those you can jump backwards. And then he just asked me, hey, we could do this for every environment or something there. Can you find something randomly that you continue building with? And then I found something randomly, built it, and actually the organizer, the admin, likes this track much more than my snow map, which is a bit unlucky for me because snow has a lot of nostalgic feeling, because it was an idea exactly that I built so long ago already, and then I wanted to, and I had several snow ideas, and I wanted to combine them in one track, and then it is not getting taken. But this one here I built basically then in 10 minutes. And actually also finished it very fast, and this is taken. But yeah, you have to know the line, but you will figure that out. It's also quite obvious where it is, and then you can make this jump. And yeah, then you're already halfway through the track. Now you only have to get out of this helix, which is not that easy. Of course, if you try to go out and you fail it, then you have to restart completely. But if you manage to get it over the wall like this, then you will already finish. So this is a bit easier, I would say, compared to the first two tracks. But yeah, and snow, I had it finished already, but I improved it later on, and I did not validate that improved version. So basically this run here is incredible. It is super fast. I was really happy with this run, but I forgot to place one obstacle in the tube, which annoyed me a little bit. And I didn't like the finish still too much with what you had to do. And the start was very long. Like the track has now, with a very fast time like this, a length of 46 seconds, and the map's length should maximum be around 40 seconds, or 30 even. So I wanted to get under the 40, and you can of course cut a lot of seconds in the start, where I was here just getting full speed over the whole track until actually that backfly came up. But you can also get that backfly with less speed. You see also how far I jump here. No? Alright, so you basically wanted to land here. This is actually also a thing you could think of removing, because why would you need this uphill? Also costs you just time, but then you have to do these things, and there was one block missing, which made it much easier to get. But you had to get them good to have enough speed for this jump, and then without waiting too much, I just went forwards here and then completely blind. You have no backwards camera, completely blind into the finish. I did not wait or something. So that was a very fast run. But yeah, maybe the track still gets a chance or will be played another time. So that are my 4 maps here for United. And now I remember, I of course also did a Kacky map for Canyon, where it actually also works, that I can show you the replay of it. Or did I do that? I think I did that already in stream, but never mind. Let's do it again. Now I showed the 4 Canyon, United Kackys. So yeah, 1 Canyon Kacky is also in the mix. Of course, I took number 89. So you can already expect a safe finish right there. Now it's maybe not that safe, you will see. Go to the autosaves. And it is then here because this has a picture. Alright, let's go. So first of all, you have to grind with the right wheels on this border in order to jump up, get over the street onto the next rail. This is the first cut of the first part of the map, which is not easy, but I always landed exactly in there, funnily. So this now here is quite annoying that this is random now in this environment, how long you need to get up there. So now you have the ending, which is also very difficult. So combining those two things is really hard. So you have to get really the perfect bounce to get the height for that finish. So to show it in slow motion, first of all here, the right wheels are actually dropping off a little bit, but maybe that's exactly what it needs. So that they now get grip and then grip upwards and get that soup. You can also completely over jump that street. You don't have to land on the street and get somehow over the wall. Like if you land with all four wheels on the street, you're dead. Then you can't make it. But if you get somehow the wheels onto this border, then there is still a chance. But you can also completely over jump it. And I once also landed backwards in here. That was shit. But after many tries, I actually made it out of this thing backwards. So it works, you can get over the stairs, but I need it a little bit. I mean, even forwards you need a little bit. So, and now, the second part. You make here your barrel roll at the very end of the platform, and you really have to land exactly 180 degrees flipped. Exactly like this, because only then the car will actually get the momentum upwards and will reach the height that it needs to make it exactly with the front nose over this edge to the finish. So this is definitely a fair map. I think it's finishable, but it's not easy. It will be tough. It will not have too many finishers, but it will have finishers. I'm quite confident that people are gonna finish, but they will need some attempts for that finish probably. So they have to get the start multiple times, and that can sometimes take a bit longer, like you want to have it in a Kacky map.